Hey everybody, clearing. This is going to be a surprise reading. I am on a crystal mining adventure. I'm going to be updating everybody when I have found the treasures. But because I'm going to be off of Wi-Fi for a while, this is like the last time in a week, likely, or around that I'm going to be checking in that I know of for sure, unless I can be in Wi-Fi a little bit more, because I will be camping. So yeah, here we go. This is a surprise, a divine feminine check-in. We have a lunar eclipse this week and the full moon, so I just wanted to do a little extra support for the beautiful divine feminine collective out there. And yeah, here we go. So what is it, divine creator, that we can see for the feminines? What is it that the feminines are most benefited to understand at this time, to see? What is it that the divine feminines are most benefited to see? You're getting weight and called. Wow, soul gifts training, it's time to step up. Didn't we just get this the last time that I used this deck for the feminines? And wait, it's not time yet. Things are being woven. So feminines, you're being called to step into mission, service, gifts, talents, your fullness of self. And wait, if you're not seeing those opportunities, that's okay. But also your twin unions are potentially taking a back seat for you to really go through this door of opportunity for your own life, in your own right, in its fullness right now. Okay, so let's see what we can know about how this is playing out in the feminine's 3D world. So emotionally, what can we see today for the feminine collective, divine feminines? What is it that we can see emotionally regarding this energy? We're getting rest, integration. Oh, and the magician wants to pop up off the top of the deck. What's on the bottom? The star. So your destiny, manifest destiny, you need to integrate. So how it's not redundant. I was going to say how redundant, but it's not. It's absolutely stunning. That is the card of rest and integration and waiting, and then called. Time to step up, manifest your destiny, step onto your star-seeded destined path. Look at this, the galactic spiral in both cards with that channeled source energy right from source. Same dealio. Divine feminines, wait, rest, integrate, ask to be shown the instruction for your path. We got it from two different decks in such a beautiful synchronistic way. So heed the call, divine feminines. Okay, I'm being asked to now look at what do the divine feminines wish to share, the divine feminine collective wish to share with any divine masculine cross watchers. So what is it? Oh, there's the Four of Wands and the Fool, new beginning for the unions. What is it that the dear divine feminines can share with the divine masculine collective at this time? What is it that the feminines would like the divine masculines to know? I'm hearing about the journey. What is the main point? Thank you, divine feminines, higher selves, for coming in and contributing, and thank you, divine creator, for using me as a channel for this information. What is the clearest message that the divine feminines would like to share with the divine masculines at this time? What is it that we can see? Oh wow, so many cards just fell out, and I think I will take them. That was a definite slap chop. Okay, so end of heartache, the Empress. Okay, I was just peeking to see if they were going to be upside down, so I'm not going to look. I'm just going to do it like this. They came out in such a solid chopping block. But heartache is here. This is third-party situations. In the reverse, we've got that one sword of truth. I just heard the feminines don't want to be at odds with anything. They don't want to force anything ever again. Good job, feminines. You've totally got this. You're healing. You do not want to force anything. You don't want to come between anything that the masculine is doing. This is karmic situations and the masculine, and here's you, feminine. You're front row and center, and if that is not seen and appreciated and acted upon and connected with, you're just gonna do you right now. And that is such a beautiful energy to be in, because that is not needing anything in return. That's truly unconditional love. This is your truth. I can feel the energy. The divine feminine collective has come into truly being sovereign and standing for that higher love, higher truth. The Empress in the reverse. So divine masculines, the divine feminine collective wants you to know they don't want to force, manipulate, or create anything with you that you are not reciprocating in your authenticity. If you're not seeing them as the Empress, they're going to keep being that Empress energy in their own right, regardless. They do still have some burdens to take care of. And so it is possible, divine masculines, if you're not witnessing your feminine's energy in this Empress, that they are still drawn to or pulled to karmic cleanup. And that it's not that attraction isn't warranted or romantic love isn't warranted. Masculines, you are so good at friend zoning when you feel the energies dipping. But there's a new interpretation here. The it's not time energy is not synonymous with strictly friend zone. This energy doesn't need to throw you into fear, masculines. If you feel your feminine withdrawing, it does not mean that she is in or wanting to be in the friend zone. It just means that she is preoccupied with the things that are in her karmic basket. Then we're getting the Four of Coins. So this is very much divine feminines letting you know that they are holding on to the connection. You hold a special place in their hearts. You're on their mind, and their feet are firmly planted in the truth of this connection is what I'm hearing. And they do want to offer this. I'm being taken by the mirroring effect here, that this feminine is holding it up, almost posturing this pentacle as a mirror for you, divine masculine. So at this time, whatever it is that you're navigating, that you might be observing in your feminine's energy, it's really time to take a look in the mirror, divine masculine, and utilize this time to see what it is that you have been missing in your own energy. You know, don't criticize someone for the plank in their eye when you like, or for the splinter in their eye when you likely have a plank in your own eye. This is time to take a deep, deep look, masculines, at anything that you've negatively saddled your feminine with. Take a good, honest look and say, is that actually the truth? How could that be mirrored in me? And is that kind, necessary, and true, of my feminine? Or is there some sort of an energy that I'm not willing to see in myself that I can work on while there's some distance? The Ace of Wands is in reverse here. This is the sexual new beginning, but it's also the soul fire, the spark. It's in the reverse, so a becoming energy. Masculines, your feminine wants you to know that they are deeply preparing for this sexual union, that it is a becoming. There are steps being taken behind the scenes towards your feminine sexual fulfillment. Your divine feminine is learning more about themselves in this new sacred sexual energy. There's an increase of safety and intimacy and sacred sexuality on the planet, and your feminine is very much getting to know themselves in this new frequency, so that an even more fulfilling sexual connection can happen when the healing is completed with karmic situations, is what I'm hearing. There is a becoming to that energy. And the Emperor, all with the Artist. I'm going to pull these two together. The Artist is unique in this deck. It's a 23 card. Most decks don't have that. It's a divine channeling card. It's really living as art, making one's life art, and the Emperor. And so this is a message to you from your feminines at this time, Divine Masculine, to live as this King of all kings and channel your uniqueness, your creativity, your essence, your source essence into all things, and to really come into it. There's an Emperor and Empress in this reading. One is in the reverse and one is in the upright. And so, I'm really getting that tumbling effect of the yin yang, the way it spins, the Wheel of Fortune, all of that. Rolling down hills playfully. Take it how it resonates. I think that was for some. You've rolled down hills with your masculine. Oh, that's cute. So Divine Masculines, utilize this time to really feel into what that's like to just channel your essence into the world. And we still have two more, Page of Swords and Eight of Swords. So masculines, the Divine Feminines want you to know that they are conquering their fears. If they have any remaining, they're looking into remedies for that. I'm also getting clearing past timelines, past lives, generational things. Feminines are no longer working simply on their traumas, their karmic imprinting in this lifetime. They're really looking at the interdimensional layers and frequencies of their experience as a soul. And that is ancient timelines, Egyptian timelines, Lemurian timelines, all sorts of things coming in, the Akash, everything's opening up. Feminines are becoming specialists in energy. Many are stepping into their giftings as astrologers and different holistic practitioners, tarot readers. Intuition is going through the roof in the feminine collective, and very much in a period of study through first-hand experience and the karmic unraveling in the world. So continue to set that course as well, masculines. Okay, that's the message for the masculines from the feminine collective. And now I'm going to do a Divine Feminine daily read to see what the Divine Feminines, my foot's gone asleep, what the Divine Feminines are thinking about the connection, what they're feeling for their masculine, what they're wishing, what actions they're taking at this time, what their biggest challenge is, what the spirit-guided solution for that challenge is, and where the energy is going in the near future. 1, 2, 3. Let me know in the comments below what kind of a reading you'd like tomorrow morning. I'm going to do one more. I promise to do one more for the collective before I may not be here for another week. I apologize for that, but I will miss you so much. But please put in the comments what sort of questions you might like me to cover, because I really want to be productive with it. And I will write down all the questions and include those in tomorrow's reading. Make them for the collective. Don't necessarily make them just personal. If you do make them personal, I'm likely to twist it a bit so that, or spin it, so that it can be a collective reading. And here we go for the feminines. So what are the feminines, Divine Feminines, thinking for the connection and their masculine? Oh, Master of Crystals and the Tower. came out in the reverse. So Master of Crystals is the King of Pentacles. This is a commitment. This is like a husband card. It is knowing that you are the one, divine masculine, or you choosing the feminine. So there's a Tower here. The feminines know that there needs to be a full foundational change in order for these connections to move into commitment. But because it's on the table here, it looks like the feminines absolutely believe that it's en route. It is in progress for both twins, but specifically the feminines might know, divine masculine, that you've been going through an up level, a major restructuring, and that your intuition is heightening. So whatever might be happening in your life, the feminines are either energetically tuning into it, or they're actually understanding through friends or something like that, but they seem to know that you know that these changes are necessary in order for union, and that you are partway through the changes, or possibly that you have told others, or something the feminine has picked up on indicates that you're considering this major change. So that's what's on the feminine's minds. They might be wondering where you're at in that process. They might know exactly where you're at in that process, but they are definitely seeing you as becoming more available for commitment and union into these connections. Yeah, and I'm just being drawn to this crystal skull again with the third eye chakra illuminated there, and the knowing, the crystalline structure, the higher templates, the eternal templates, the ancient reclamation, and this new earth energy coming in. So the feminines are understanding that not only are you making these 3D major foundational changes, not only are you making intellectual changes, but intuitively you're being drawn to make these changes, and with that crystalline layer in there spiritually as well. So major change on all levels. They might be wondering to what extent you are conscious of the changes that you're undergoing, and how the 3D changes might relate to those other bodies of awareness. Okay, what are the feminines feeling for the masculines on the heart space? Wow. We got the death card clarified by the death card. Transformation. There's more than meets the eye. Transformers. These are the transformers. Divine feminine knows that you too are transforming the earth plane and anchoring heavenly frequencies. We are the ones we've been waiting for, everyone. This is incredible. We have transition and transformation. Both are the death card in the typical tarot. So transition, again, with that message that came through on the conscious mind, the feminines know that everyone in this connection is in a transition, and everyone is going towards the light. Such a sweet little energy here. This is a phoenix in this child's hands, and so there is that phoenix rising from the ashes like a child, becoming new, becoming transformed into a more pure and more open, more cosmic version. This is on the heart space, so the feminines know there is no going back. This is not like wishful thinking. This is an absolute confirmation, tenfold, that we are ascending. We are going through major changes on the planet, and we are not going to be guessing or hesitant that the changes will be evident. With the death card twice, it is a once and for all final change. So the feminines know on every level that there is no going back. This eclipse season is incredibly potent, With eclipses, we do see things that have been, I want to say, habitual. We do see things that are brought to light with the full moon eclipse. That does close out misconceptions on the subconscious. And then with the solar eclipse coming out, when a solar eclipse happens, we're cut off from source energy momentarily, and we are called to remember our divinity within. It's like a like a manual transmission roll start, or what is that called? Like Volkswagens that stall and you have to run start them. I'm drawing a blank. Anyways, it's like that. It's like things kind of rebooting in that sense, where we get that little bit of a disconnect to remember our God selves, that we don't have to look externally, that we don't have to fear. And you know, with the cataclysms that humankind has experienced in the past, there's a little bit of a shudder that happens on a DNA level, and there can be panic, there can be feelings of abandonment, isolation, panic and trauma coming up. So be kind to yourself and others through the eclipse season, because a lot of things happen for us, not to us. And it's about really witnessing those major transformative energies coming in. So it's the 26th of May for the full moon and the 10th of June for the solar eclipse. So there's a lot of movement on all the energetic layers towards transformation coming up at this time. And we are feeling it. We've been feeling it for a few weeks now. Okay, what are the feminines wishing? 5 of Flames. This is karmic cleanup. And 5 of Flames to clarify. You feminines. This is karmic cleanup. This one actually came out in the reverse. So I am still getting this eclipsing energy, these equal, you know, wow. This actually is reminding me of the solar or the lunar eclipse, and then the solar eclipse with the fire here. But this is karmic cleanup. This is too many people being involved. This is too many. It can be arguments, it can be debates, negotiations. This is all the stuff. The feminines are wishing for this to be balanced out. The 10 of Wands in combination here for the end of burden. We already had that in the opening message, and so here it is again. The feminines are doing everything possible to up level and to not sink back into these lower vibrational patterns, and they want to be out of it once and for all, and with your connection as well, masculine. They want victory. Victory is foreshadowed here with this sun energy coming in. That is the public victory that can happen when both twins clean up the karma. This is heavy mirroring. I'm really feeling the feminines are nodding to the masculine. We are stride for stride. We are transforming as we do this karmic cleanup. We are stride for stride. What actions are the feminines specifically taking? 10 of Cups and the Hermit in reverse. So feminines are starting to feel their aliveness coming in. They are in a frequency of joy again. There's been a huge push to clean up karma, to really go deep within in the hermit mode for the feminines, and this is coming out of it in the name of love, having put the work in, laid the foundation. Feminines are I'm feeling a spring in the feminine collective step here, wanting to show the world this triumph, this victory, this new self that is becoming less and less burdened. So the feminines might be getting out there, doing things, shining their light, having their cup running over, not hiding within. I'm just feeling making more eye contact, smiling at strangers, paying forward kindness, just being in that generous wellspring of love. What is the biggest challenge for the feminines at this time? The indigo. This is the Magician again. So We got this in the beginning, feminines, for manifesting your destined path, your giftings, your deepening in your training, going into further study, stepping up, utilizing your training, drawing on your gifts, being interdisciplinary with your gifts and talents, combining previously unique paradigms and making them your own, you know, the realm of genius, pulling from different disciplines and creating new combinations of sharing these new, never seen before, incredible mission templates that do channel that luscious combination of the things that are most dear to you, that get your soul on fire. So the challenge there is, here's the King of Wands, Divine Masculine in the reverse. The challenge for the feminines is still seeing how they can go that alone without their masculine in there fully in the 3D. Let go of the need for that. It will come, feminines, as you continue to step onto your soul missions. Your masculine will come in. That is a guarantee, because that's the way of the process. As you become more you, that magnetizes your masculine in. It manifests that. So focus on your gifts, your talents, your fullness, your truest expression in the world, and the masculine is on the table here, but shows up in the upright when it's time. The connections will actually hinder this soul path stuff for each of the twins if they come in too soon. It needs to be in our own right so that it is established, so that it's immovable, it's unshakable, unrockable. When the unions come in, because they're so intense, if the unions come in before our own missions are anchored, it can be really sketchy to maintain the autonomy and the fulfillment in one's own right. So that's the challenge for the feminines, is keeping that cutting edge. Oh, my timer, I got a battery thing there. So spirit guidance, oh, 10 of flames again, right on top of the 10 of flames that I just talked about. This is the third time we've had this. And page of air, this is the second time we had this. So we actually had these two cards coming out already. This was the page of swords, and the 10 of wands already came out in the opening message, and we had it again here. So this is the karmic cleanup and really learning from it, seeing the lessons in it. The last final remaining cleanup steps truly are the integration. We got that in the first part, the wait energy, waiting. If you skip ahead too quickly, you will not complete this wait period, the integration, the grace period. You will not learn everything that there is to understand from this karmic cleanup. You won't reap the benefit of it. Everything happens for us, not to us. And so all of the lessons that you're meant to see in that will be missed if you rush to what you think is the good part of the journey, your masculine showing up. So if you try and manifest your masculine in too fast or long, or crave or search for your masculine, you're missing the juicy details of the karmic cleanup, the wisdom of it that you can impart in your own right, just by being you, but then to friends and family and those who will come to you and be magnetized for your wisdom. They won't reap the benefit of this trailblazing route that you've been taking as a twin soul on the planet. So sink into it. This is hand in hand with your mission, with your healing work, with your service in the world. The spirit guidance is, this is your mission. This whole process of you understanding the inner workings of karma is your mission, just to witness it and to share that in turn. So don't rush to what you think is going to be the most beneficial part as far as feel good. You will find great joy and fulfillment to have eyes to see and ears to hear that which you have been born into clear regarding your karmic situations, that triumph, the victory, the overcoming. That's where it's at, feminines. So stay with the process so that you fully see it in a way that you could teach it. See it in a way that it makes a difference in your life. See it in a way that you can share it with your masculine and all those around you. Okay, what is the energy doing? 5 of orbs, moving into 5 of orbs with 3 of fire. So this is where the thoughts change, the perceptions shift, where you no longer allow yourself to engage in karmic situations, feminines, and future timelines can be seen, and unlimited potentials can be accessed, the portals can be opened. So feminines, keep focused with this, and masculines, understand that there might be conversations. If the two of you are in communication, there could be brainstorming about these future templates that won't repeat history. If you are not in communication, do this in your own right. Twins, masculines, feminines, who's ever watching this, do this in your own right. But as you come into collaboration, this is the roundtable discussion that happens, that we design the future timelines. This is the collaboration of the twins, is learning from the past, seeing it, combining that, understanding the multifaceted nature of it to design these new templates. So whether that's energetically or physically, on whatever level, that's where the energy is moving at this time. Beautiful. Okay, let's see a frequency card for, actually let's just end with the archetype card. So what is it we can see for the union space of the twins? What is the final message for the twins at this time? What can we see? The tear. I think we got this a little while ago. Let's see what it is. Tears are droplets of letting go. Once they begin to fall, we allow the swelling tide of emotion to run its elemental course. Often the tear is what is needed in order for a conversation or situation to break to the next level of intimacy and vulnerability. That's what this is all about. You know, this can be the 5 of Swords can be conversations that are tender, and the 3 of Wands is about manifesting the future. So there might be some tender conversations of healing and collaboration coming in where the twins get to release together. This might also be releasing in our own rights so that there is a clearing and more clarity coming into those conversations, misconceptions, projections, all of that falling away. Some say that tears are so powerful in softening our egos that they open up a portal to the unseen world. I've been saying this was opening a portal. So yeah, this could be coming together and crying together. Could be clearing together through, I'm hearing forgiveness and I'm sorries and it's okays and I've got you and we're doing this and you've got this, all of that kind of energy. Whew, it's coming a little bit. I'm not going to cry at this point, but wouldn't that be lovely just to be, it's completed, we've overcome, we've gotten there. Feel into that energy because that message is coming out, twins, so that means it's on its way. Through our watery eyes, the ancestors catch a glimpse of us, and we are reminded of their eternal embrace. Yeah, we're really getting those messages in the beginning of this reading where the Akasha is opening up, those ancient timelines, the past lives, all of that are coming up, expanding, becoming seamless through the collective. As we clear the blockages, we become multidimensional. We become aware of our multidimensional selves, and we can slide between the dimensions at will in that alignment. We sense our humanity, our humility, and we allow ourselves to be held It is likely this card appears when there is grieving yet to do, a sinking down into disappointment or despair that once acknowledged will bring a shimmer of clarity to our dewy eyes. So this is about becoming vulnerable so that we can be held and hold in that love embrace, twins. So there are cuddles on the horizon I'm seeing here, and bonding and intimacy and safety. How beautiful. This is actually more of a rite of passage than could be imagined. In about 2014, I began channeling that we were working on safety and intimacy and sacred sexuality, and this is really the homecoming feeling for that, twins. So whether this is in the 5D, have a space cuddle in the 5D with your twin, or in real life, this eclipse season is really bringing in a lot of converging for the twins and safety in intimacy. Wow, very lovely, everybody. That is because of the karmic clearing, the witnessing, the seeing it, the loving it unconditionally, and being okay with what is observed so that more better feeling things are able to come in. Wow. Much love, everyone.